welcome back to another video. Today we're continuing in our series of every build is a different state within the US, and I was going to come back today and do something else in New England. We did Massachusetts last time, so I'll link that down below if you're interested. Go check it out. So we're going to come back and do, every room is a different New England state or something like that. But instead I thought, what better to represent New England than a Dunkin' Donuts? So that's what we're doing today. And you'll see in my last build for Massachusetts, we ended up putting in some iced coffees, of course, from Dunkin. And so this is the Dunkin' Brands pack by Oh My Sims. And it was so cool, I thought it deserved a build of its own. So I'll link the pack down below. Definitely head over to her site and check it out. She did a bunch of amazing recolors of just all these cool items that you'll see here. And yeah, so my New England folks, this one's for you. So I had to Google what this building looks like. It's one of those things that you see every day, but you never really think of what it actually looks like. But it looks like Dunkin' generally does kind of a square building with an extra kind of turret, I'll say, on top that they put their brand on. And then for the color, they go for kind of a wood gradient, some darker wood on the bottom to lighter wood at the top. So maybe trying to go for a more ecological theme, maybe help people think their food's a little healthier than it is. But here I am pulling out some of the items from the pack. You see, there's so many cool things in this pack. I can't even say that enough. Like, look at this. It's a little ice cream bicycle. And I think if you have the kitchen stuff pack, then some of the ice cream actually works. But I don't, so I couldn't test that out. But here I'm just pulling out everything from the pack that I could find that looked cool. So there's an ice cream counter, there's a crate, and a bunch of stuff that could go in the back of a store. There's menus. So it's actually Baskin-Robbins and Dunkin' Donuts, so we're doing a bit of a both store here. So there's ice cream machines, topping mixers, just honestly so much cool stuff. So there's so much for the back of the store, I decided to put in a little area in the back for Sims to, I guess, make the ice cream, do what they need to do to run the store. So I saved this lot as a cafe, but I did put in a lot of restaurant stuff, so it'd be pretty easy to convert it to a restaurant. And I think you could also convert it to retail pretty easily as well. But yeah, we'll get into some more of the items later. And then I wanted to try and make the store look as Dunkin-y as possible, so I tried to go for kind of a orangey theme on the walls. They usually have a statement wall that's a little orange, so I actually really like this paint color, and also perfect for New England because it's about to be fall there. And everyone knows that the New England fall is hands down the best in the country. So that's perfect. And then I tried putting in some counters. I had some trouble with them, so I ended up switching them around. And then I put in some seating areas. These tables to me look pretty fast food-like. And then I just put in some kind of generic brown chairs as well. So this looked like something that I've seen in Dunkin's before. Like I said, that would make it pretty easy to convert to a restaurant as well. And then I for sure wanted a back area, so that silver counter is one that came with this custom content pack. And the front, I end up actually getting rid of those counters and replacing it with an espresso bar. So I love this door. It looks like a door in a restaurant. That's just kind of like a swinging door. So I like that quite a bit. And yeah, it would let your sim get back there. If you do decide to convert this to a restaurant, you could have your chef back there. And then in the front here, I end up putting in a little kind of coffee bar area, so a place where your Sims can either add toppings to their ice cream or, add creamer to their coffee, things like that. And then I started just pulling out all the items I could find. So we have some syrup, we have little coffee bags, that if you did turn this into retail, you can maybe have your Sim actually buy bags of coffee. And then there's gelato mixes and ice cream mixes, so I put those back with the ice cream machines. Like I was saying, she had so many recolors of all of this, I couldn't even use it all. But look at these. These items are just amazing. And we have a crate back here filled with milk, obviously important for both coffee and ice cream. And then I tried to make a little display area in the front here, so how they have that area by the cash register where there's coffee and mugs and just miscellaneous stuff that you can buy. So I tried to copy that here. And then I put some to-go bags over here as well, so it looks like, maybe to-go orders or orders that were ready to go, but the Sims hadn't come and picked them up yet. And then pulling out some of these other items, I love this little roll top bag. I thought the attention to detail on that is so cool. We have syrup for your coffee, and then getting into the ice cream. Oh my god, I cannot get over how many different ice creams she created for this pack. Like there's an ice cream bucket, there's ice creams with the lid on, there's ice creams with the lid off, and each of those has so many recolors. I tried to use a lot of them, but I couldn't even get through all of them. And at this point, I realized that, since we're serving coffee, it'd be pretty cool if your sim could actually come here and buy coffee. So that's why I added the espresso bar and ended up saving it as a cafe. Like I said, it'd be pretty easy to convert it to a different type of lot. I do kind of like restaurants better than cafes, just because cafes just feel a little random. Like random sims will come up and hang out with you, and it's just a little weird. Whereas at least restaurants, if you go there with someone, you guys sit together, and I think that works a lot better. So if I do end up getting the kitchen stuff pack, I would really want to do this and just have ice cream and coffee on the menu, and then have your sims come here for ice cream and coffee. I think that'd be really fun. But I ended up changing that over. I put the syrup back here kind of so the barista could have that for drinks. And then just tried to scatter some other clutter around the area to make it look cool. And I ended up looking up which states have the most Dunkin' Donuts, and turns out New York has the first, especially on Long Island, and then Massachusetts has the second. So if you're from New York or Massachusetts, comment down below if you like Dunkin' Donuts, and let me know if you like the video. Because honestly, I'm a Starbucks person, but don't tell anyone that since we're doing Dunkin' Donuts today. So here I'm just pulling out some of the other cool items. Like, there's so many cool little ice cream cones and sundaes. I don't think the Sims can actually eat them, but they look really cool for decoration, so I put those on top of the case, kind of like they have, the different example sizes or things like that of the ice creams that you can buy. And then I added some additional things in the back for just open containers of ice cream or plates of waffles, like maybe someone's back there making waffle cones. And then I added a shelf up here as well, just for toppings. There's a really cool little waffle cone dispenser, so put that up here. And then each of these posters that you see actually has recolors as well. So I recolored the Baskin-Robbins menu to make the Dunkin' Donuts menu. And then there's also paintings of the food, which look so cool. You could almost put them in a regular house and not have them look super weird. Like there's paintings of ice cream cones and ice cream sundaes, banana splits, things like that, which would honestly just be fun in any kitchen. So here I'm trying to get as many of these items on the shelf as I can. So I just pulled out a bunch of toppings. I don't even know what some of these were. I think fruit, pineapple maybe, cherries, cookies, and then we have some containers there of cookies and just other toppings, which honestly, those things might look pretty cool in just a regular kitchen as well. And I wanted to put a lot of coffees around. Since we're in New England, definitely put our little iced coffee there front and center, as well as just some other drinks, maybe to make it look like Sims were sitting around and enjoying beverages together before, they had to leave in a hurry and just left a mess everywhere, because, Sims will do that. And then I wanted to get into the wall decorating and put as many posters on as possible. So what's really cool is that she did go ahead and translate these into Simlish, which I thought was awesome, because personally I like using Simlish just because, the Sims do have their own little culture, and I like trying to keep that. But the posters in English are also really cool. So I put as many of these around as possible that I could fit. There's a "we're hiring" poster. I have no idea how she translated these into Simlish. I don't know, is there a dictionary somewhere? But still very cool. And then I decided for the outside to actually put 2 different turrets, since we're doing Baskin-Robbins and Dunkin'. I figured Baskin should have its own build there. And just size it up a little bit, make it a little more obvious where we are. And then I didn't think we could recolor the roof, so I just kind of left that as is. Put some extra awnings out there. I thought these were pretty fun. I feel like those might be a little bit of an older Dunkin' Donuts theme, but I don't know, they still look pretty classic, so I figured we needed some in our build. And then I couldn't put any windows on the back or on the sides, because that's where the kitchen and the bathrooms were, but I figured that was okay. And then I wanted it to blend in with the sidewalk a little bit, since, this is a retail area. So I put in some concrete around the front and the sides there to make it join in with the sidewalk nicely. Put a little ice cream bike out there as an accent, just because it's adorable. And then I was hoping we could find an orange umbrella, and we did. So there is an orange umbrella that just came with the game. And it looks a lot like the tables that you would see outside of a Dunkin'. So we put some of those out here as well. And then I want to do a little bit of landscaping, so since this is New England, I kind of tried to keep with the New England plants. So we did some elm trees, I think some oak trees, some beech trees, just a little bit more of the plants that you would typically see in the Northeast in the US. And just put in a couple of bushes and stuff to make it match with the surrounding scenery. Anyway, so I think I'm going to end the video here. If you guys enjoyed, let me know. My New England folks, this one was for you, so hopefully that you enjoyed it. And leave some comments below on what other states I should do or what other builds I should do. And we'll be back for another one shortly. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.